You're watching Friday Night, and many thanks for staying with us. Remember, our SMS feedback number is 22422. Hashtag is Friday Night at Lillian_Muli at Citizen TV Kenya. Now, October is the annual campaign to increase awareness on breast cancer. And tonight, as earlier mentioned, our focus is on women who have been diagnosed with breast cancer and lost a breast or both breasts through mastectomy. What is life like without a breast? Tonight's powerhouse of inspiration is the lovely Eunice Muriuki. She underwent a mastectomy, which is a procedure, surgical procedure to remove the breast. Today, she's the proprietor of Simply Me, an organization that allows women to view their choices after a mastectomy. Many thanks for joining us in studio tonight.
Thank you.
Disclaimer, the reason why you're seeing all these lovely bras on the table is not because we're selling beautiful lingerie. It's because this is part of Eunice's mission in terms of supporting women who have gone through a mastectomy, and we'll be talking about this very shortly. But Eunice, let's begin with when were you diagnosed with breast cancer?
I was diagnosed with breast cancer in the month of July of 2011, July of 2011. I had a lump taken out in December, October breast cancer awareness month. And because the results took too long to come back, I didn't actually care of what was going on. I was like, it's like a couple of months after. So when my doctor called me in and told me, I have some news. So I wasn't very concerned or very scared. So I just went in by myself and got the news. Yeah.
And how advanced was the cancer at that time?
Stage 3.
Stage 3.
Yeah.
How did you feel about this diagnosis? You've randomly gone for a checkup. You've now been diagnosed with breast cancer. How did this diagnosis affect you?
At first, I was indifferent. I was like, okay, so what do we do? So even the doctor thought I was a bit crazy. He was like, did you hear what I said? And I was like, yes, I had. What do we do? So he told me what we needed to do, the course of treatment, what we needed to do immediately after the diagnosis, because it was advanced and it was very aggressive. So they told me we need to do the surgery. Then after that, we'll need to go through chemo. Then after that, we'll need to go through radiotherapy. And I told him, okay, I'm good.
That's a lot to take in, and this is right after being diagnosed, and here you're being told you need surgery, you need chemo, you need radiotherapy.
Yeah. And then after that, that's when I called my brother, and he was close by, not too far. His business is close by to my doctor's office. So when I told him, and his reaction made me think, and actually that's when we both broke down, because I could see the thoughts in his head without him even uttering the words. It's like he saw, I'm already gone. She's a goner.
And at this time, how old are you?
28.
28?
Yeah, just when life is beginning.
Wow.
Yeah.
The doctor gave you options, and one of the options was surgery.
Yeah.
What did you agree to?
Because of the stage it was, and it was still aggressive, still progressing in my body. So I opted to let's do the surgery, and the surgery was a full mastectomy. A full mastectomy just means, or radical mastectomy means removal of all breast tissue, including some lymph nodes.
Okay,
yeah.
So your first encounter after surgery, your first encounter waking up from that surgery and coming to the reality that you no longer have a breast, share that with us.
The bandage is kind of mask that you don't have a breast until a couple of weeks later when the doctor, or days later, when the doctor is actually undoing the bandages so he can see the progress of healing. And then you look down, then you look at the mirror, and then you look down again and you're like, oh wow. Okay, this is my new life. This is the way I'll walk around. This is the way I'm going to date. This is the way my family will see me, my community. Because I didn't know of options. I did not know of options. And once again, my doctor and I, we broke down.
And I'm asking on behalf of the women who have perhaps gone through a similar experience. This is a lot to take on.
Yeah.
You've been diagnosed, you've been given options, you've been told the cancer is aggressive, you need surgery immediately, you have lost your breast. What type of support did you get right from within? Perhaps the doctors or the medical center that was attending to you? Did you get any support, perhaps any counseling while you were dealing with all of this?
My doctor made an arrangement for counseling just prior to the surgery, the night before the surgery. And the lady talked well and good, but in my head it was like, have you gone through this? Will you walk through this with me after the surgery? So I needed someone who had gone through exactly what I had gone through. And that's when I came across, a nurse brought to my attention a group of women who actually work with, it's called a buddy system, who work with breast cancer patients who have gone through a full mastectomy. And that's when they linked me up with a young lady, my age. She was like 1 year older than I am, my age, who had gone through the same thing. So it was a nurse, it was not the institution, because the nurse looked at me, then I was tiny. I was tiny, so she looked at me, she felt pity. And she was like, how will this girl deal?
Wow. And just back now to having lost your breast, the way forward, did you consider reconstructive surgery? Did you consider perhaps talking to a plastic surgeon to have your breast reconstructed?
Yes, I did. And I actually talked to one when I was going through chemotherapy. And the process of reconstructing just made me feel like I'll be in hospital forever. Because first and foremost, because they did a full surgery. So let's assume this is my chest. It was totally flat. So they have to stretch out the skin. So you have to go in for the first surgery for them to insert a balloon looking like a thingy within my body, so they could keep on inflating it so it could stretch out my skin. Then after that, they gave me the option, either you can do an implant or you can do breast tissue transfer. And I was like, okay, let's do breast tissue, because I didn't want later on in life your breast still or your chest will still look off, because the implant is still upright. The other part of your body is aging with time. And I decided the breast tissue, the tissue transfer. And then when they told me the tissue transfer, they have to take some tissue from some part of my body so they can insert it. So I was like, okay, so that's another surgery. And I was like, okay. And from there, it just threw me off completely.
So you opted not to go that way. In terms of a mastectomy, for a woman who perhaps is struggling with having to undergo surgery, having to lose her breast because of breast cancer, did you get a scare after that? Is it possible to get breast cancer after mastectomy?
Yes. Yeah. I've had 2 scares so far. It's been like 10 years. May next year will be 10 years. And I've had 2 lumps on my existing breast. And the first time they told me it was a lump, I was like, you have to be kidding me, because I couldn't believe it. I'm like, seriously, we have gone through this, I've been okay for the last couple of years, and then all of a sudden here we are again. And then the second one, I was kind of sick with another situation, and then the doctor just said, let me do an exam and see what's going on. And then when he came to my breast again, lo and behold, there was another lump. And both times I had the lumps removed, because he was like, because you are a pre-existing condition, we don't want to have any lumps within your body. Thank God both of them were benign. So it means they didn't have any cancer cells in them. And
10 years later, that's a decade later, here you are, Eunice, having this conversation with me. We celebrate you and your strength. Simply Me she's the proprietor. Eunice is the proprietor of Simply Me. And like I earlier mentioned, this is an organization that basically gives ladies or women that have undergone a mastectomy options. She chose not to have plastic surgery or reconstructive surgery. So Eunice, as we start to close this interview, talk to us. First of all, they're very gorgeous. especially the gold one. I love it. So these are mastectomy bras.
Yeah.
Okay, so
let's stand up.
Okay, so let's take a look at how this works. So how does this work?
So to the naked eye, it's just a normal bra, just basic normal bra. But when you flip it and you look inside, you'll find there's a pocket. This is where the prosthesis goes into, as you can see. So this prosthesis goes into this pocket and it holds it firm. So when a woman wears it, it doesn't move around, it doesn't jiggle, it doesn't ride up the body, so they are very, very confident when walking around.
And the prosthesis is this? Okay, let's take a look at it.
So this is a prosthesis. It looks like a normal breast. It actually has a nipple.
And it does feel, yeah, it has a nipple. And it does feel like a breast. It's very soft.
Yeah. Okay. And it's also very light in weight.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to carry extra weight when you're walking around. It causes back problems, shoulder problems, just a lot of problems.
And you can choose the cup size you want?
Yes. Now, the process of getting one of these is getting a bra fitting. And a bra fitting can be done at any Woolworth for free. If someone is not close to where I am,
yes,
it can be done for free. And once we have their bra size, that's when we determine the prosthesis size, because they go hand in hand.
Yes.
So if you tell me you're a 38B, I will know you're either a size 7 to a size 6 to a size 7. And all prostheses on the top part, they have sizes. Like this one is a size 8.
Okay.
The first size is 95. That's European sizes. So the UK and US sizes is size 8.
So first go for a bra measurement.
Yes.
And that's done at Woolworths free of charge.
Yes.
And then come to you. And this business was inspired by the fact that you chose not to go for reconstructive surgery, and therefore you wanted to help women who, similar to you, had gone through a mastectomy.
Yes.
Okay, we're closing now. What would you like to say to a newly diagnosed woman? And I'll ask you to perhaps focus. I don't know what camera she can look at, Robert. This one. Okay. Please talk to a newly diagnosed woman. Having walked through this journey, 10 years later, you are here. We celebrate you. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Don't be scared. We have gone through it, and there are many more who have gone through it. So don't be scared. And cancel out the noises. Noises will come from family, friends, colleagues, everyone. It will come from all over. So cancel out the noises, walk with your doctor, walk with your physician, walk with your nurses. Your nurses will help you a lot through the way. And look for people like us, because we are the ones who will buddy with you. Buddy just means we will hold your hand throughout the journey. We will talk to you. If you're depressed, if you're crying, we will cry with you. If we are laughing, we will laugh with you. So whatever you're going through, we are here to go with you. So don't be scared. Just go for that exam. Take the diagnosis. It might be scary in the beginning, but over time, the news will kind of sink in and you'll be okay.
And she is okay 10 years later. Eunice, we celebrate you. Thank you so much for speaking to the women of this nation and beyond. I am 100% sure there are many that will be looking you up. Remember, this is Simply Me. She supplies this. She stocks them. So you need to look her up where?
Facebook and Instagram. Just Simply Me Speciality. The color is very vibrant. It's purple. Purple with a lot of other colors in between. Just writing our name, Simply Me Speciality, on Facebook, on Instagram. You'll have my number from there and you can contact me directly.
Many thanks for speaking to us tonight. We are taking a very short break. Remember, our SMS feedback number is 22422. Hashtag is Friday night. Start tweeting or keep tweeting. We're taking a break. We're back with more.